For those that know or for those that don't know, I started my shamanic journey over like 11 years ago or 12 years ago. And what I mean is I got the calling from DMT or Mother Ayahuasca or something, right? Because I was just some gangster thug dude, right? That used to rap, make music and whatever. And I had this friend, he was going through this weird hippie phase or whatever. He was listening to Bob Proctor, and I started listening to this dude, Bob Proctor. He was talking about, like, changing your paradigm and, like, I think he mentioned the pineal gland, and I started researching the pineal gland and the third eye, and it led me to a video about DMT, and I was like, well, what is DMT, right? I was like, I don't fucking know. And I clicked it, because at the time, you know, my friend was using mushrooms and shit, but, like, I looked at that like crazy people drugs, right? So, like, I was like, fuck that. But then I started listening to these videos about DMT and ayahuasca, and the shamans talk about it. And my first trauma when I was 3 was, like, my grandmother died, like, basically in the living room, in the house that we were living in. So it's just the fact that they would talk about how it's what happens when we die, the spirit world and all this, right? That's what really interests me in doing it in the first place. I would have never done psychedelics in the first place. Like, and I guess before that, right, I was experimenting with fake weed, and then I tried salvia because I thought it was like a stronger fake weed. Once again, not knowing what psychedelics even were. So I went into it so ignorant and so unaware. That's why, like, that's why I think I was able to do DMT the way I did. Because, like, I was unaware. So, like, when I would tell people, you know, I've smoked DMT all the time, whatever. I feel like this is why, like, a lot of the hippie dudes would, like, look at me like I was lying or whatever. Because to them, they were aware of the power of DMT. They were aware that it was, like, not just the average psychedelic, right? I was not. So because I was not, I was able to go in it with love and without fear. I also come from a really loving background, so, like, my mother loves like a goddess, so her love, like the DMT love, reminded me of that, so, like, I was just easily comforted and accepted it. And, like, I don't know, it's a weird thing because as that shit was just about DMT and dimensions and traveling it and learning meditation and all this breath work and all this shit, it built me into a man that, like, I couldn't have even imagined. Because it's not just about doing the psychedelics. Like, we talk about integration, but we miss the point. We're, like, because, like, there's so much chaos going on in the world, right? So many problems, so much shit, right? Like, I'm poor, so, like, like, poor people are the ones that are going to be affected by these problems the most, right? But, like, why do I not seem stressed about it? Because there's not a motherfucking thing that is more chaotic and stressful than a true DMT breakthrough. And because I've taught myself how to breathe and calmly accept the DMT breakthrough, why would I not be able to do the same with any human problem? Like, if society collapsed to the point where I had to go back to the trees, I'm prepared. Like, like, not technically literally prepared, but mentally prepared. Because are you ever really prepared to die? Are you ever really prepared for DMT? Are you ever really prepared for human problems? Are you ever really prepared? Not really. But you can get yourself capable and strong enough and mentally, you know, build the mental capabilities and the mental fortitude, and it's just, you can build yourself, bro. You can build your soul into a powerful thing. You can build your light into a powerful thing, and then you can balance it with the yin and yang, where you build your light and your darkness into this powerful thing that balance each other. Like I don't know. It's something I realized a long time ago. That, like, we have to become strong. Not just for human shit, but because, bro, a lot of people don't agree that, you know, when people say DMT is what happens when we die. But if the shit is anything like that, then obviously you're probably going to have to be strong. Or you should be. It'd be great. Like, it's better to be strong than not be, right? Like, I don't know how to explain it, but even though I learned breath work and meditation and all these things for DMT to help me get through that experience, like every time I would smoke it, those things, those techniques help me through life. It's why I was able to get through a breakup the way I did. It's why I was able to, every single human problem I will ever go through, I'm able to hit the problem, and then I force myself to evolve into a better version of myself that can deal with the problem. Like right now, I'm faced with problems that the man I was a month ago or even 2 weeks ago couldn't deal with, but the man I am right now can. And it's that thing that I am willing to force myself to evolve into something that can handle what is coming. Like, and where did I get that idea from? DMT. The first 5-10 times I did DMT, realizing I am too weak and too thugged out and too lost to even handle that shit. So, yeah. There's a storm coming. And are you strong enough to handle it? There's a storm coming. And have you built your foundation strong enough to be able to handle the strong winds that are coming? That is the question.